Mm-mm, mm-mm.
There we go. Let's see if we're live. We should be here in a second.
Think I'm getting in there too for you. There I am.
Perfect.
Yeah, I can see the chat today. For some reason, I can see the chat.
Oh, that's excellent. Welcome in, everybody, to episode 46 of Pick Our Brains, featuring me, Kent, with Animal at 52 on eBay and whatnot. And he is Max Common Ground Finds on whatnot and eBay and wherever else. Instagram, I suppose. All right. Well, do you see the title for today's show?
I don't. Let me see where we're. What are you doing to me today? Let's see what you're doing to me today. What's the
We have an
title?
excellent title today, if I don't say so myself. I pick the titles, and Max is always deeply surprised by them.
Sadly surprised by them.
Yeah, yeah. You're I don't know what's going on with your camera. Your camera's blurry. My eye is watering. This is going to be a tough show for both of us. I have
And,
a
and
I
I'm
have,
printing out labels.
I have an ophthalmology appointment on the 24th to figure out my eye. So, all right. Welcome everybody to Pick Our Brains. We are here to talk about books, book selling, antique books, new books, Amazon, eBay, Etsy, whatnot, wherever the heck, bookstores, wherever you want to source, buy, sell, and trade your books. We are here to talk about it.
Brick and mortars too. Yeah, brick and mortars.
Yeah.
One in Marshfield, Wisconsin. I can tell your eyes are bothering you. I can tell.
Mostly just this one.
Yeah. How's our chat looking so far?
We have zero chats so far.
I have three on my end, five on my end,
Oh, and you have five chats?
or five people in the chat.
Yeah, but we don't have any questions. Feel free to say hi. Tell us where you're from, where you're watching from, and what you want to talk about. If you have any questions about books or book selling, we are here to answer. And in the meantime, Max, do you see the title?
I still don't see it. You can tell me the title.
Okay, this is episode 46, Max's greatest book sale ever.
My show from last Wednesday night at 7
Yes.
p.m. Eastern. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, of course, you and I talk about books every day. And you had a great idea a couple months ago about doing Kent's greatest book show in the history of books. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so much so, Sotheby's and Christie's had called you and said they were going to file a lawsuit against you for taking all their customers away. Uh,
Exactly. Yeah.
but you did sell, I believe, 99 or 100 books in your show. It was a it. Sometimes you and I do whatnot shows, and although every book is hand curated, it's not always the top notch book. Like we'll put a few top notch books in a show, but for this specific show that you did, every one of them was heat. Every book
Yeah.
was just fire. And so
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh, let me do it. And I did 50 books. I had 75 ready, but I listed 40 and had 10 mysteries. And this is all on Whatnot. And for about 3 to 4 weeks, I shared the show daily. I had a little help sharing the show. And by the time I began the show, we had well over 200 bookmarks. And the most amazing thing to me is when I actually started the show, I think we hit 103 or 104 people live in the actual show. Um,
Yeah.
and for the most part, we stuck around 70 to 80 throughout the show. So there wasn't a very large drop off, which was utterly amazing to me. And I know you and I talk about this a lot, but this site is just growing.
Yeah. How many bookmarks did you end up with before you started the show?
I think we had 221.
Yeah, which is insane that there's 200 different book buyers that were interested in your show and bookmarked it. And I guess we should figure out how many different people stopped into your show that day because that number would be very interesting.
Right. Right.
Having there's constantly people jumping in, jumping out, watching for a little while. There's plenty that watch the whole show, but there's also some that just hop in for a few seconds. So I would guess you definitely had several hundred, maybe even over 1,000
Yeah.
different people at your show that for that time.
Right. And there's also a lot of people, as you know, Kent, a lot of people who come to the show to watch the show. It's just pure fun. It's entertainment. It's excitement to watch the books get bid up. Um, you know, it, the book world is funny right now. There's, if you sell on Amazon, you price your book to the market, and then you start going down by pennies, penny
Yeah.
drop. Your,
Yeah.
your original book price goes down. On Whatnot, the script is flipped. We started at virtually a penny. I mean, $1, but it's virtually a penny. And we go the opposite way. We make the numbers go up. So it's a very interesting dichotomy of book selling. But I had the greatest time doing that show for 2.5 hours. I would say 4 to 5 of those books were very cumbersome, very large books that weren't fun to deal with in a live show, and I have to make some adjustments on that going forward. But just to be completely transparent, so everybody knows, my sales for that show was $5,139 in 2.5 hours, and one of the books I featured was dated 1639, and I had books as recent as 1910 and everything.
Yeah. It's I mean, I don't think like that's such a crazy number, over $5,000 to sell in just a few hours. Just a one-man show doing it is crazy. But I think we kind of preach that, like, hey, if you bring really good books and you promote your show, I think anyone can sell a $300, $400, $500 book on Whatnot and get a great price for it.
Right. And this was a special kind of show where for 3 or 4 weeks I was promoting it. It's not like a show I have for next Monday and I have 5 or 6 days to promote it. I had nearly 30 days to talk about it during Whatnot shows.
Yep.
Leading up to the show.
Yep. Okay, we got a few questions to answer quick. Junkman is in the chat giving me some advice on my eye. I might have dry eyes, blepharotitis. Grayson says
you got a titus, all right.
Yeah. Grayson says it's a holiday. What are you guys doing live right now? Yeah, happy holidays. It is Columbus Day. Or I think some people renamed it to Native American Heritage Day or something or another. So happy holidays to everyone in the chat.
Happy day off in the post office.
Yeah. That's the only difference.
We all have our books stacked up today.
That's the only difference for me is I've got some stuff packaged and I'm not taking it to the post office till tomorrow. And tomorrow will be insane for the post office. I'll probably get 20.
They're gonna hate it. They're gonna hate it tomorrow.
Yeah, they're gonna be miserable. They got the day off, but they're gonna be not happy campers. So talking about your mega book sale, when's your next one?
How funny you should say that. November 12th.
Okay, yeah, Max's camera is blurry for whatever reason, but November 12th on Whatnot, he is Common Ground Finds his second jaw-dropping show, 17, 18, and 1900s. Does that say 1600s too?
Yes, I have another 1600 coming.
Wow.
I also already have 5 books already listed and on there. So if you want to see some 1700 books early, I listed 2 1700 books this morning. So we already have 5 books up there.
I will say, talking about like big cumbersome books that you had to show off, in a couple of weeks here, I'm selling a few big heavy atlases on Whatnot. It's chaos. It's chaos. Max knows I hate shipping big, huge books because you got to put them in a wonky looking box. Yeah. And then also I hate shipping sets, even though they can be valuable. I hate shipping sets because it could take 10 or 15, 5 to 10 minutes to package a big heavy set securely. I use a crazy amount of tape on those boxes. So I just prefer not to do sets and to do big, bulky, heavy books. I'd rather ship a nice little small book in a bowl mailer. But I am going to sell some atlases, and I just sold a few atlases on eBay. I think they sold for in like the $40 to $120 range for the atlases on eBay. So I will mess.
You're gonna lay them on a flat table and just have the camera bird's eye, because that's what I ended up having to do.
I don't have a setup. I just have my little camera stand. Right. I just put my camera on a stand like this. So sometimes I pick up the phone off the stand and do it that way. But I haven't decided because I only have a few feet between, well, like 2 feet between my phone and the bookshelf behind it. So I have to back up to get it in the camera angle. You know what? I might just say, hey guys, look at the pictures. I'm going to run this. It's in good. I might describe the condition, show off the front cover, say, hey, look at the pictures to see all the maps,
Yeah.
and do it that way.
Are you going to buy fitted boxes ahead of time, or are you going to wait for them to sell? Because it might be easier if you get them ahead of time.
I will probably use a larger box and just
Mhm.
cut down the edges to
Okay.
make, a 2-inch thick box.
Good little hack.
Or depending how big they are and how much they sell for, I do have really big bubble mailers, like the number 6s and 7 bubble mailers could possibly fit in Atlas. If it's under like $50, I'll probably chuck it in a bubble mailer. Actually, I made a how I do my packaging video. I haven't posted yet. I'm not sure if I'm quite happy with it or if I'll redo it. But everyone is always asking me how do I ship efficiently, especially with the boxes. If you're shipping $150 worth of books in a box, you got to be a little smart about it.
Or you sell 70 or 80 books in a show, and what is it like the next day to have that all of those lots to ship? 80 books could be 20, 30, 40, 50 people. And now
Mhm.
you have 50, if it's 50 people, you now have 50 boxes to ship out. That
Yeah.
is not the easy. It is not the easiest job, the shipping. It is probably the least fun of all of the part of the business, which is why I have someone I pay to ship. But it is also exciting to watch the books go. It you and I, we talk about it often, but it's been such an amazing feat to watch Whatnot and eBay for the most part. Just the rising and surprising of book selling in 2025. No one could have predicted it. Nobody.
Yeah, listing and shipping are definitely the biggest drags in the business. It just sucks. Listing is there's nothing fun about listing. It's just a dredge, but you gotta go through it because that's the money making the most money making aspect. Buying books is fun and exciting. Bringing them home is fun and exciting, but listing is just
Mhm.
something you have to do to make the money.
Yeah.
Junkman says, would you use brown paper bags as padding and filler in boxes if you can get it cheap enough? I would, but I have a very good source of newspapers. One of my local post office saves me an insane amount of newspaper. The ones that would otherwise get recycled because they print extras and not all of them get delivered. So I have a huge supply of newspapers and I go through a lot of newspapers. Max does buy brown paper. He buys the big old heavy roll that weighs like 80 pounds or whatever. But paper is expensive. I don't know if Max even realizes how much he pays for that darn paper. You don't know, do you?
Cheap ass. Cheap
No.
ass.
I mean, a roll's like a lot, like 60 or 70 bucks probably. Yeah, it's a lot, Max. You don't even realize.
It's $40 for a roll.
Nah, I don't know about that. We'll see. I'm too cheap. I Max, I don't think you realize how much paper I go through.
I uh, I do. I sell
We have
books.
Bob. We have Bob in the chat. He says boxes are much better than bubble pads for heavy items. Heavy items are easy to damage just by the
Mhm.
jostling. I've had it happen to me multiple times. Yep, yeah, that's true. Um, I use bubble mailers, and I know there's a lot of sellers that market themselves as, oh, we only use boxes, but boxes are much more time consuming. It takes me almost no time to wrap a single book in newspaper and put in a bubble mailer. And I ship, I don't know how many thousands of packages a
Every month.
yeah,
Yeah.
I ship probably 5,000 bubble mail books a year and have like maybe one or two that get damaged. So I have very good luck with that. And I think at this point the average customer is probably pretty used to getting their Amazon package, which is just a book in a plastic bag in a bubble mailer or loose.
Moving around in a box.
They do it loosely in a box, which is crazy. I agree. If you're going to ship something in a box, you have to fill that empty space to stop the book from moving around and to stop the box from
Yeah.
getting crushed when they stack when they put 50-pound boxes on top of your little box.
Whenever I order from Amazon, I just cross my fingers that it makes it.
Yep. Um, well, what else do you want to talk about in the book industry? Next Sunday, I am helping with a bookstore clean out a couple hours south of here. I'm gonna rent a big old U-Haul truck and take a bunch of empty boxes, and I don't 100% know what to expect. Actually, my buddy Eddie Driftless Books is this was something he tracked down. He is the preeminent bookstore cleaner outer in the Midwest. He gets all the calls when someone has a bookstore that they inherit or something.
Is this
Uh,
a 1-dayer again or a 2-dayer?
at least 2 days, maybe three, I think is the plan.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure how many books are there, but we shall see. It should be fun.
Yeah. And have you seen any pictures of what you're about to encounter?
I saw one picture which wasn't overly helpful. I could see a few things that looked nice, but I'm very going in dark.
Which is kind of exciting though to not know. It's kind of exciting.
Yeah,
Sometimes when you know, it tears a little bit of that anticipation away.
yeah. Every bookstore has a back room, a storage room, and usually like a basement or something where there's excess books and stuff. The one I helped with a few months ago down in northern Illinois, like I saw some pictures, but it was like a picture of a pile of 300 boxes of books, which wasn't helpful at all. It was a lot of fun digging through all those boxes of books, but the pictures can be, I mean, if they were all full of romance novels, that would have been a huge waste of time. But
Mhm.
yeah, just gotta hope for the best, I guess. Let's see. Am I missing some chats? Let me look.
I do want to share with you something that we talked about this morning about bringing on an ABAA member to
Yeah,
talk
yep.
about membership to Paper Gold. And my friend Jim at Thorn Books has reached out to me and says he will make this happen for us. So coming
Okay.
soon for Paper Golders, if you're Paper Gold, we are going to give you a showcase guest speaker. I'm looking at it now, and they will be an ABAA member and talk about how one goes about becoming a member, membership in it, and memberships and its privileges. So that's coming to Paper Gold in the coming weeks.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, but Paper Gold was capped at 150. You and Thomas decided to cap it about 6 or 8 months ago,
Mhm.
and it is officially full with 150 members. So if you're interested in joining, it's a great group. It's a great resource.
Ooh.
But you can contact Max if you want to get on the waiting list. And there's, I mean, for now, it's full. But I think if you want to get on the waiting list, you should be able to join in the next, hopefully, couple months, depending who else hops on the wait list.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a couple weeks, could be, we don't get a lot of people who cancel. Sometimes what happens is somebody new will realize it's not for them and they get a
Mhm.
cancellation. But the vast majority of those 150 people have been with us for well over a year
Yep.
and going on 2 years. So
Yeah. But feel free to reach out if you want to get on the
yeah, if
wait.
you want to get in, I'll get you on a waiting list, and once a spot opens up, I'll contact you immediately.
Yep. It is it's I think it was the St. Louis Antiquarian Book Fair last weekend. I follow a lot of dealers on Instagram that were all headed that way with their best stock. I think next year I would definitely like to do the Twin Cities.
Mhm.
Um, I would like to. There's multiple different book fairs in the Chicago area throughout the year. I would like to maybe do one of those. And I don't know. I was really hoping to go to. I think it might have been last weekend. Was the Michigan Book and Paper Fair, which it sounds like is a huge deal. There's a lot of dealers, and I was really hoping to go to that. I hope to every year, but I just couldn't quite. It's been a busy summer, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
You've been talking about doing a fair for a little while now, so yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
time for you to jump into it. I know you also have some news you leaked out last week, which
Mhm.
was you're going to do an annual book sale now.
Yep.
If you want to talk about that again, only because there are people here who may not have heard that last week, and this is going to have to be for you a continuous plug every time we do a show.
Yeah, I think the first week in May, I'm going to be doing a $1 book sale. I'm going to rent a massive tent. I got another storage unit. I rented that for a year. So
Mhm.
I'm going to be hoarding Lower value books, but not even, you know what? There's probably gonna be lots of 20 and $25 like coffee table books and stuff that I just don't have room for in the bookstore.
Right. Instead of donating to them the goodwill, you're going to hold all these good books now for a year, and then
Yeah.
you're going to have a giant tent sale, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like that bookstore clean out I'm going to be doing. There's going to be plenty of stuff for eBay and
Mhm.
whatnot. There's going to be some stuff for the store, but again, I have to be super picky because I don't have space in the store. And then there's probably be thousands of other books that otherwise, if I had a bigger store, they would all go in the store for anywhere from a few bucks up to maybe 25 bucks or more. But I am out of space, so I will save those books for my $1 book sale. And yeah, I want to turn into a big event.
Yeah, I'm looking behind you. Yeah, you have no more space. I can the books on the shelf.
Oh, you don't understand. Right here is my catch-all mound of books that just piles up and it never
We're
gets
gonna
small.
do an auction right now, live on
Yeah,
Pick Up
yeah, yeah.
Brains.
What do you want? Do you want a brand new large print
Oh,
Bible?
starting at $1. Let's go.
I mean, we got some really cool stuff. It's just a matter of having time to get it sold. It's
That would be an interesting show. We do an auction from Pick Our Brains.
yeah.
That would be interesting.
Well, it's too slow that there's a delay. There's like a 30-second or 45-second delay. So
Okay.
same with Instagram. I've done one Instagram live sale. It was a buy it now sale where you show off the book and then you wait in the chat. I know some people do auctions on Instagram live and Facebook live, but it's chaos because of the delay. So, and then when it's done, um you have to send an invoice. Actually, there's someone that's new to Whatnot that does Instagram, has done many Instagram live book sales, and she did her first Whatnot, and I guarantee you she's gonna be addicted to Whatnot. And $1 starts because Instagram live, you have when it's done, like the delay is just chaos, but then you have to send an invoice after it's done, and hopefully the people pay in a timely manner or pay at all or
Mhm.
respond to your messages. Whereas with Whatnot, it is absolutely instant. Is there anything new and exciting with eBay? You're still doing promoted listings?
Yeah, still doing promoted. I'm now at 12%. I wish more sellers were like you and I were not afraid to say numbers. So, we always talk numbers. So right now I'm doing 12% promoted listings. I'm going to bring you right up to date.
Mhm.
Today my sales at 5:54 p.m. Eastern time. I'm at $1,085 on eBay.
Yeah.
And I still have 4 books pending payment. So promoted listings, it's been a game changer in so many ways, and it really hasn't. I had a few hiccups along the way, but that was when I forgot that it ended and I had to resubmit it. So
Yeah.
I've had a couple slow days when I forgot the show when I forgot the promotion had ended, but 1,085 right now, and we still have 8 more hours on eBay time for 3 in the morning. So
Yeah.
it should be a very profitable day. And yesterday on Sunday, I had done 990, so we were right around there.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. If anyone ever has questions about promoted listings, believe me, I was the biggest naysayer of them all. And I did an experiment secretly, only Kent knew about it. I did a 90-day experiment, and I came out of the darkness seeing a new light.
Excellent. We got Wardell in the chat. STL Bookkeeper says hashtag paper gold. He is the #1 magazine seller on Whatnot. He kills it on Whatnot for sure. Junkman says, have I reserved a tent, price, and picked the weekend? No, I haven't
Oh, I love
reserved a
it.
tent
I
yet,
love I love that they're on you on this already.
but it is going to be the first week in May. I think I'm going to do a Wednesday through Sunday. I think I'm going to, a lot of them do
Mhm.
a lot of the different library bookstores around here. I think they usually do like $1 for a paperback and $2 for hardcover, or maybe
Mhm.
$2, $3 or $3, $4. And then the second to last day is half off, and then the last days well, either a bag sale or everything's free. So I haven't quite picked it. I think I'm just gonna do everything's $1, keep it nice and simple, and then last day it's free. Or maybe do a bag sale the last day and then a free day. I'm not 100% sure. Still kicking around because I've never done a book sale like this.
Will you bring some family members in to help you on this?
Actually, I did get a customer that volunteered to help me for a couple days. So yeah, I will definitely need some help setting up, and I still don't quite know if I'll rent some tables or what exactly I'll be doing. But we have in the Paper Gold group, there's been a few people that have done in-person book sales, usually out of their garage or out of their driveway. And
You froze.
you have to store the books and everything. So it's not like it's going to be easy. It's going to be an insane amount of work and hoarding books while you do with the books when it's done. But we'll see. I still have quite a few months to get it together and plan it.
Right, but you're gonna need help for this. You can't control thousands and thousands of books by yourself.
I can do a lot of thousands of books. I'm a
All right,
beast.
I'll be live from Marshville, Wisconsin, filming from afar. As
Are
Ken
you
starts streaming.
are you volunteering to come to Wisconsin?
Volunteer? Who volunteers?
You think I'm going to pay you?
My time isn't worth money.
I'll pay you in books. You can scan for Amazon. That'll be payment. No, it's gonna be a, I don't know, a lot of thinking needs to still go into it.
Right, and this will be a great test for you because you're going to come to the realization that you're going to need some help for this sale.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're going to have to squeeze your mind to change and adapt to bringing some people on for the day.
Yeah, Junkman says library sales take an army. Yeah, I agree. It's not going to be a simple project for sure.
Paper Golders, watch out. Kent's going to hire you. Watch out.
Hey, we have some paper golders in. We have a few paper golders in Wisconsin.
Don't respond to his messages.
Hey, I need people to carry a couple thousand boxes of books. Now, I don't know how many. I would assume there's definitely be hundreds and hundreds of boxes, probably a few hundred boxes. I think I could come up with halfway easily in the next 8 or 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I don't see any other questions in the chat. You want to wrap things up?
Wow, that was a quick one. We had a light chat today, huh?
Yeah.
Wardell, maybe we should get Wardell to come on next week and maybe talk about books and well, you want not next week, but the week after.
Yeah. Next week.
Wardell was at Books and Beyond,
Yeah.
and one of our other members, Jen Fritz, was speaking at Books and Beyond. So a lot of paper golders were there, but paper golders that never met before in Las Vegas, and we need to talk about that.
Yep, absolutely. Books and Beyond conference was in Vegas. That's mostly focused on Amazon selling, probably.
Yeah. It's a lot of Amazon and RA and OA business.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
Tomorrow morning I have 2 shows, but tomorrow is the second week I'm doing the Max Q&A at 11 a.m. Eastern on Whatnot, so people can come in. I'm going to sell books very lightly, not no press for books, but I'm going to answer questions for people about books and book selling.
Yep. Awesome.
That's it.
All right. Thank you all. This was a quick one, but we won't have a show next week, but we'll be back in 2 weeks. Next week, I will be
Go take your drive. Go take your